Have you ever heard of something called the giant phantom jellyfish? Scientific name, Stygiomedusa gigantea, which translates roughly to giant jellyfish of the underworld. It lives thousands of feet down, in total darkness, and in over 100 years of ocean exploration, humans have confirmed seeing it fewer than about 130 times total. So, did you know that almost everything people assume about this thing, when they do hear about it, turns out to be wrong? Today, we're debunking the myths about the phantom jellyfish, the phantom of the abyss. Myth number 1. With a name like phantom, this thing is basically a cryptid, some kind of sailor's legend or internet hoax dressed up in a scientific-sounding name. It is very real. The first specimen was collected all the way back in 1899. The twist is almost funnier than a hoax would be. Scientists had it sitting around for 60 years before they even recognized it as its own distinct species. It's not a legend. It's just really, really good at not being found. Myth number 2. It's called a jellyfish. So, picture a normal jellyfish, translucent, maybe the size of a dinner plate, gently pulsing along, the kind of thing you'd casually step around at the beach. This phantom has a bell over 3 feet wide and 4 ribbon-like arms that can stretch up to 33 feet long. That is roughly the length of a school bus, trailing behind a single animal, through total darkness, for no audience whatsoever. If this thing sat in the back row of a double-decker bus, its arms could reach up and tap the driver on the shoulder. It is, technically, one of the largest invertebrate predators in the entire ocean, casually cosplaying as a normal jelly this whole time. Myth number 3. It's a jellyfish, so obviously it stings, and you do not want 33 feet of stinging tentacle anywhere near you. Here's the plot twist. It doesn't have stinging tentacles at all. Zero. None. Instead of venomous cells, it uses those long ribbon-like arms as a kind of built-in curtain, entangling plankton and small fish and slowly walking them toward its mouth. Scientists have actually nicknamed this thing the deadly curtain. No sting required. Just vibes, exceptional patience, and an extremely long, extremely committed hug you did not consent to. Myth number 4. Given the size, this must be an aggressive, fast-moving apex hunter, chasing down prey through the dark like some kind of deep-sea action movie villain. It is doing the exact opposite of chasing anything. This animal drifts. It floats along the midnight zone at a glacial pace, letting its curtain of arms passively catch whatever wanders too close. There's no lunge, no ambush, no dramatic reveal. It's less aggressive predator and more the ocean's laziest bouncer, standing very still in the dark and just sort of existing at you until you're tangled up in the rope, wondering how you got here. Myth number 5. Something this extreme and rare must only live in one very specific, remote corner of the ocean, like it's got one address and one address only, guarded by penguins or something. Giant phantom jellies have actually been spotted off Antarctica, off the coast of California, off Argentina. They're believed to live in every major ocean on Earth, as long as the water is deep and dark enough. It's not that it lives in one secret spot. It's that its entire address is extremely far down, basically everywhere, which somehow makes it even harder to bump into on purpose. Turns out, the best hiding spot isn't a location. It's depth. Myth number 6. It's been over a century since we first found this thing, so by now, scientists must have it pretty well figured out, filed away, fully documented, case closed. One research institute alone has sent remotely operated vehicles on thousands of deep-sea dives, and in all of that, they've only encountered this species 9 times. 9. Total. Even the most recent expeditions, using cutting-edge submersibles built for exactly this purpose, describe finding one as an enormous stroke of luck, practically a lottery win. We know its size. We know it lacks stinging tentacles. Past that, huge chunks of its biology, behavior, and life cycle remain, appropriately, a total mystery, 120-some years in, and this thing is still mostly showing up, doing its ghost thing, and vanishing again. And myth number 7, maybe the strangest one of all, it reproduces the same straightforward way most jellyfish do. Researchers studying this species have documented something genuinely unusual involving its mouth arms and its offspring. to the point that some coverage has literally described it as the jellyfish that has babies out of its mouth. The details are still being pieced together by scientists, but even the basics of how this animal brings the next generation into the world turn out to be stranger than the average jellyfish life cycle. So, once you strip away the assumptions, what's actually down there? Not a hoax, not a monster chasing you through the dark, not even, technically, a very good stinger. Just a slow, sting-free, bus-length drifter that has been caught on camera fewer times than most people go on vacation in a decade, quietly raising its mysterious offspring somewhere no one's watching. The giant phantom jellyfish spent over 100 years being one of the ocean's best-kept secrets, not because it's hiding on purpose, but because the deep sea is very big, very dark, and frankly, doesn't owe us an introduction.